You're lying. Hello, this is SSW. Our good friend Joseph Bishop is in Scotland, and I know we have some friends in Scotland, some viewers that are in Scotland, So if you want to meet up with Joseph Bishop and that maybe collaborate with him, it's a good time to meet him for my Scottish friends. Okay, we got 2 viewers. Hello, Red. How you been doing? How's everything in Texas? Just having a good time? Did you see my recent target shooting video? Thank you for the thumbs up. I shot a crossbow hybrid. Well, it's hot in Texas. Well, it's pretty much Texas. It's summertime in Texas. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, good evening, fella. Guess who's in Scotland? American survivalist Joseph Bishop is vacationing in Scotland. Now, if you're in Scotland, you probably can see him. Let me go see him. Okay, cool, Red. I understand that. I've been through heat waves, Red. Probably not a Texas heat wave. Probably a lot worse. But how you doing, Krista? I can tell you believe in astrological signs, astrology. I don't really subscribe to astrology myself, but to each his own. I'm very well. To the blade. Well, I would say this, my day was very well. A friend of ours from Florida. He's a survivalist. Joseph Bishop. He's basically a veteran. He's in Scotland. I want to let some of my Scottish friends, my Scottish viewers, know that he's in Scotland. If you want to meet up with him, that's what I was trying to say with this stream. You want to meet up with Joseph Bishop? He's in Scotland. I mean, No, Brian K. No, Joseph Bishop is in Scotland. I heard South Africa collapsed. Is it true that South Africa is a collapsed state? Anyway. Well, if it's collapsed, I mean, it's a lot less of a threat to you. Yeah, I can understand that. I would say go to New Zealand. Or if you wanted to, you can start your own little town underground. If I was living in South Africa, I would want to live in the deepest, darkest tunnels away from, I would probably take my survivors and live in the deepest caves and build a town underground where no one can find us. That's what I would do. Yes. That's what I would do, Brian K. There are no dinosaurs underground, bro. But if I was you, I'd build an underground compound and start and hide out in there for a very long time, like for decades, like a bomb shelter or a cave. How you doing, Head and Shoulders? Anderson Henderson is crazy. Okay, you can't believe what that nut job says. There are no cyber attacks. What are you talking about, fella? Anyway, get back on the point. What are you talking? Well, it must be something in the news I haven't heard about yet. Sorry, I haven't heard about it. Can't tell you. I've been busy lately. I'll have to look it up then. This world is crazy, and I've been. I just hello, Iron Man. Guess who's in Scotland? Guess who's in Scotland? Our good friend from Florida, Joseph Bishop, is in Scotland. Iron Man. So if you want to see him, go to Scotland and see him. You know. Well, interesting, isn't it? I haven't heard about it, but I probably wouldn't have, um, fella. I don't really care. It is true. I'm an American, but this is not my government. So I stopped caring about my government. You know, bottom line. This was just Scotland. It's too far. It's not that. Just really long. I know. I'm just letting you know if there's any Scottish people who want to see Joseph Bishop. I mean, he's up in Scotland on vacation. Maybe Pergio wants to see him. I don't know. Maybe Dabby Dozy, what his name is, Scottish survivalist, whatever. Or do you have any Scottish friends? I mean, Oh, 370 miles. That's pretty far away. I understand. I understand. I've been very well, Iron Man. Well, yeah, at work, there was a little bit of a hiccup. I mean, a misunderstanding. But when you have, well, let's say, and I've grown accustomed to having misunderstandings when you have uh, high functioning autism like I do. So I've grown accustomed to it. It's something I'm used to these days. You know? Some people don't understand about people with autism is that there's high rates of what you call paranoia. For me, autism, okay. For me, because I have high functioning autism, it's like this, okay? I'm not a complete spur, okay? But at the same time, you're going to have flare ups with me. Amen. Amen, Iron Man. Being a survivalist is not always about firearms, okay? I want to point that out, okay? It's about skills. It's about knowing how to do things. It's not about the tools you have. It's about how you use the tools. Don't know yet. I guess I'll find out, fella. Amen. Amen, Iron Man. Amen. You know, I was like, I got a video about, standing strong in the faith, even in your darkest times and stuff like that, Amen. He gave it to me. Trust me. I'm a spur. I get paranoid. It's only God that gives me courage. Anyway, I'm glad you. I appreciate the comment you made on that video of mine about self-reflection. Um, I really appreciate that. Anyway, let's talk. Talk. Well, you've seen this. You've seen them. By the way, if you like movies about knife fighting, there's a great movie with Peter Coyote in it from the '90s. It's a rare film. It's called A Grand Art. I think you get it on Amazon or something, or you get it on Peacock. No, sorry, Paramount Plus. You can get it on Paramount. It is. You can get one too. Legal in your country. Yeah, it's got some powerful bands. I will say that these black ones. This is basically a simple shot. This is basically like the EK archery of slingshots. Okay, a simple shot. But you have not seen a grand art. You have to see it. If you want to see like a knife fighting martial arts kind of film, like a realistic knife fighting martial arts kind of film. It's not. It's about a style called perforate and sever. It's how I maintain them. Well, I only use them when bands will always break on you and stuff like that. But I always have an extra, pretty much. This was a gift to me, this slingshot, and the whole thing that came with it was a gift. It was a gift from Can Dandle. So another member of the slingshot community, you know. Yeah, but you know, bands are going to break regardless. You got to know how to replace them. Have backups available. You know. Cold weather is pretty bad for bands. More than sunshine is. I'll say that. You know. You could. You could. If you're looking for a simple knife to get, this is a cheap knife you can get off eBay. I would be careful because the UK has stringent knife kind of things. But this isn't a zombie blade. It's a short blade. It's I don't know. It's not exactly you can't carry in the UK street, but very good knife to have for emergencies. Well, I've gotten plenty of shots out of this one. Yes, and it's affordable. This knife is razor sharp out of the box, and it's cheap, and it's a good knife for the price. I can tell you that. If you're looking for a knife, you could possibly wink, wink, self-defense with, or used for bushcraft. And you can buy a lot of these, so they're cheap. This is a good knife, and it's an S-Tech knife. S-Tech. So made in China, but it's a pretty good knife for the price. Good budget blade you can buy. There are different versions of this, by the way. There's the serrated version. I opted for the non-serrated version. As you can see, it's got a nice rubberized, hard plastic grip. So yeah. Well, this is interesting. Well, this is a knife you should get. I mean, you can. These are good trading items in case the shit hits the fan scenario. So, this is a good trading item to have. You know, these knives are cheap. Buy them on eBay. Look them up. You can buy this S-Tech knife for cheap. It's got a nice glass breaker on it. I put this little I put this this lanyard kind of string. This stuff is called, you know, Rob line. It's like 10 times. It's made of Kevlar. It's 10 times stronger than paracord. 10 times stronger. This stuff is so much better. You know. Well, you know what? I'll make a suggestion here. How about that? This is the stuff I'm talking about. This is called Rob line. You should get some of this stuff, man. This stuff is great. This stuff's called Robline. It's made of Kevlar. It's a little thinner, but it's like 10 times stronger than paracord. This stuff is strong. This is the toughest. This stuff is made for boating, dude. This is boating line pretty much. I don't remember. It's made by S-Tech. It's an S-Tech model. I don't remember the name of the knife. It was like a survival kind of knife. It was I forget the name of it. Look up S-Tech knives. I think you'll find a picture of it. You know, S-Tech. You know, the name of the company is S-Tech. So. Oh, it's quite strong. It's made for rigging sailboats, dude. This stuff is strong. I got this at a boating store. This is tough stuff. It's made of Kevlar. It's not made of that weak-ass nylon. No, no, no. Kevlar. It's thinner. It's tough. Yeah. I don't remember the name of the knife. I don't have the box on me, but... I must have threw away the box and stuff, but I got it on eBay. I can tell you that, and it was cheap. It was like $10, dude. $10. It's 10 American dollars. 10 American dollars right here. And I like this knife. I really do. I like the rubberized grip, that diamond rubberized with hard plastic grip, and with that little kind of like dip in there. You know. Nice grip. I'd like the sheath. It's not a bad sheath for the price. I mean, it does rattle a little bit. See? But, you know, it still holds, you know. I mean, come on. You can't beat it. I do believe, yes, it does. It has very much different strands. It's set up similar to paracord, except it's thinner. It's much thinner. It's not as flexible. You could possibly even use this for, like I would say, you know, like bowstring if you wanted to. That's how tough this stuff is. I mean, it's like, it's that tough, and it's this stuff is made of Kevlar, and it's better than, you know, just a roll of this stuff. It costs $20 at the boating store, but it's worth it. I mean. I'll tell you what. I tested this out. I had some a pair of boots that kept where the laces kept getting scraped up, and the original laces of those boots that I had was getting scraped up all the time, and the laces were basically worn down until I replaced my old laces with two strands of like two lengths of Robline. Now I can tell you this. Those laces that I use lasted longer than the boots. The Robline laces that I put into this lasted longer than the boots. This stuff is tough, pretty much. Piece off. Sure. Not sure I can. It's difficult to cut. You need a heavy-duty pair of scissors for it. I'll tell you this. You can't use light scissors for this one. Very difficult to cut. Now, here it is. Robline. And it's Kevlar, so all you have to do is get yourself one of the... I like to use barbecue lighters for this. Okay. There you go. More demonstration. Okay. Okay, Hunter. Yeah, well, the one thing I like about barbecue lighters or candle lighters is that they protect your fingers from the flame. That's a very good thing to have, in my opinion. For these butane, lighters. And I'm not a smoker, so these are very good for just a little fire, like when you need fire for a project or something like that. Okay. Want to do a little demonstration of the knife? Okay. Cut. There we go. That's how sharp it is. But yeah, this stuff is pretty tough. Get some of this Rob line, man. Kevlar Rob line. Now, I don't know how much it's going to cost in the UK, but this stuff is used for sailing. So if you go to a boating store, you can find this stuff. Good stuff. All right, how you doing, buddy? No, no. Well, this stuff can be used for different things. Not just sailing, by the way. This stuff is tough. This stuff is Rob line here. You could probably use this for bowstring, okay? This Kevlar line. So that's how good it is, Iron Man. I think the only thing we can get are drones. There's a project for your Iron Man. Here's a project for you. Make a drone that can shoot a crossbow. That'll work. Well, jet lighter. Sorry, I mistaked that. They said jet fighter. No, I don't have a jet lighter. I want one though. I want one of those. I can get one of those. But I usually buy these cheap barbecue lighters. They work just as insane. I can replace the butane in them. Iron Man. Now that being said, if you're on Instagram, Iron Man, I would love to talk to you. If anybody's on Instagram, I always like to put my Instagram under my videos. So if you want to talk to me, I love to chat with you. But if we got any friends that are in Scotland, let them know to go if you're in Scotland, go visit Joseph Bishop. Collaborate. Who I'd like to see. Art. No, I don't do that. I like to use emojis sometimes. And also, I like to use the recorded voice thing. So, yep. Ah, cool, Art. Cool. I understand. I just accepted you. All right, man. You're on stream. Oops. Ah, so true. So true. Well, some people say that, but I lived through the '80s, so and the '90s. I mean, the '80s was a good decade. Oh, don't worry. I'll keep the name private. Secret safe with me. Oh, thanks, Iron Man. Do what you can. Okay. All right. You know what I want to do? I'm probably going to do another meme for my Instagram. So the funny thing is, I use Instagram, but I didn't know that there was a horrible thing going on there. But I should have known because a lot of like e-thoughts like to hang around there, and I don't really like to use it that much, except for the hobbyist thing. But I've gotten a lot of offers from very degenerate people on that thing. So there's been some uncovering some dangerous people on Instagram. I'm not going to mention what they are, but you can take a guess. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Iron Man. DNA, how you doing? You know, DNA, have you ever seen this movie called A Grand Art? It's a movie about knife fighting and revenge and not yet. It's everything's going in steps, Art. Right now, I'm in the second step. Second step is basically the first step was getting the classes to actually be accepted to the classes. The second step is going through the classes and getting the license and the permit, all that jazz. The third step is basically getting a car, and the fourth step is setting things up. Getting things squared away for the big move. One step at a time. Revenge. Yes, revenge. Some of the most interesting stories talk about good against evil. It's and revenge. Yeah. So true, DNA. But I think you like that movie. Um, the movie is very it's an obscure film. It takes place in Brazil. Um, it has a lot to do with a lot of different elements. It also has to do with martial arts, a particular kind of martial art that's not like barehanded. It's a martial art that's designed for knife fighting, um, particularly on how to use a knife called and it's how to use a knife, perforate and sever. You know, particularly. Yeah, I can. It's hard to. It's an obscure film. It had Peter Coyote in it and Amanda Pays. It's a great movie though. It has realistic kind of martial arts knife fights. It's not like this kind of like martial art that's like hand to hand all the time. It's a deadly martial art. Okay, Iron Man. I'll have to send it to you or something. Yeah, I'll tell you this. I can use this. This in my hand, I know where to strike. You know what I mean? I can tell you that. Bum, bum, bum. You always want to aim for the sternum. You know? In a self defense situation, I'm going to aim for the sternum or the neck. You know? Ooh, ooh. Cut, cut. Ooh, ooh, Yeah. I ain't going to play. over here. And I have different kinds of blades I can employ. Oh, yeah. This is a neck shot. Boom, boom. Oh. Dun, dun. You know. Oh, yeah, that would be a good one. Uppercut. Bam. Right underneath here. That would be pretty painful. Painful. I also got this big bad boy. Oh, yeah. Way more like, okay, skip back a little bit. It's like, with every slice, you always want to go for the vitals, you know. I know what you're saying. This is basically a murder charge waiting to happen. Someone breaks in my house. I employ something like this. I can assure you one thing. I would only employ something like this, or even this, if it was absolutely necessary. That's why I always have less than lethal. The blade is always the final backup. But I have a philosophy about self-defense that you must know how to use every tool in your tool belt. From the blade, you know, from the blade to your, well, in my case, launchers, less than lethal, to my more lethal projectile weapons, and, you know, you get it. I don't need to tell you. Same here in Maryland. Stan, how you doing, Stan? How you doing? Connecticut is an interesting state. I wouldn't want to live there. Joseph, how you doing, buddy? How's Scotland treating you? You know, we have some friends in Scotland. There's a Scottish survivalist I thought you could team up with. It's called Dabber Dozy, his name is. He's a traditional Scottish survivalist guy. Oh, busy or? Cool, Stan. It is, depending on the situation. If you're dealing with people that don't have guns, yeah, it's quite the advantage. But, I would say that it depends on the situation. You have to have different tools for different jobs, in my opinion. Um, have different blades on hand, for different situations. Have different projectile weapons on hand for different situations. Less than lethal, lethal projectiles. Not necessarily, Stan. Okay, I'll explain this to you. Okay. I mean, not sorry, Stan. Not sorry, Stan. That wasn't you. Not necessarily, Art. Not necessarily. Okay. Now there's less than lethal, but yeah, if you have there's a gun. I would say this, Art. If you don't, I would say this. There's new technology out here. There's the repeating crossbow. Now, your best bet if you're dealing with someone with a firearm is to use darkness in that situation. Darkness, the cover of darkness. So cut off all your lights, learn how to fight in darkness, and use a repeating crossbow. And they can't shoot what they can't see, so, Awesome! You need to team up with Mike. Mike! You needed to go see Mike, dude. You got to see Mike. Come on, bro. You got to see Mike. I got to tell Mike. But what do you know? Joseph Bishop is in the UK. Joseph, you got to do. Please, Joseph, do a collaboration video with Mike. Please visit Mike or some of our British friends. Very good. Please go visit Mike. Go. You got to visit Mike. Joseph, you really should. I mean that's a given right there. I mean, Mike. Mike's been a friend of ours for a long time. You've been on his stream. If you're in the UK, please visit Mike, okay? Mike the weapons collector? Oh, man, that would be awesome. If you were in Scotland, there was a Scottish survivalist up there called Nah, they're both pretty good. Fandabadozi is basically talks about traditional Scottish, survival and combat techniques. You're gonna have to ask him. You're gonna have to contact him. You're gonna have to contact him. Leave a comment on one of his videos. Ask him where he is. That's all I can tell you. I mean, he is on Instagram, but you don't do Instagram. You could contact him on Instagram, but you don't really do Instagram, Joseph, and that's That's where you could contact him a lot better. I could give you his email. Awesome. We're going to see Joseph Bishop meet up with Mike, the weapons collector. Oh, boy. This would be an epic video. Come on now. But I wish while you were in Scotland would have met Pergio, or that Fan Dabudozi guy. Yeah, I saw you, bro. But there's a guy that's like you in Scotland. He basically like shows traditional Scottish bushcraft and combat techniques. His name is Fan Dabudozi. And I wish you would have known about him in Scotland. You could have probably teamed up with him and did a nice collaboration with him, because he's into bushcraft and like hunting and survival and stuff like that. Artin. I know. It looks small on the all right, man. But either which way, I mean, you got a lot of British people here. I mean, and they like you, dude. They like you. So if Joseph Bishop's in the UK, I mean, to my British folks, you got to meet Joseph Bishop. At least because this guy is awesome, He's really good. Yeah, that would have been cool. I wanted to tell you about that, but you left Scotland too soon. Yeah. All right, man. I understand that. That being said, it's I can't wait to see you team up with Mike. I mean, Mike's in. I think he's in like a little bit. He's not in. I don't think he's anywhere near London. He's but it's a small island. I think you'll find him. There's a nice public transportation, like a train that goes all across the UK. Art. But yeah, you really got to my British people. Joseph Bishop has been a good friend. Well, you might be able a chance to meet Joseph Bishop. Perhaps even shoot some bows with Joseph. Who knows? Buckinghamshire. That's where he lives. Buckinghamshire. I didn't know that. Buckinghamshire. Okay, then you got to go to Buckinghamshire. Okay, Stonehenge. Is that near? I think Buckinghamshire is near Stonehenge, is it not? I'm not sure. No. Okay. Okay. Is it on the way to Stonehenge? If you're going in that direction, I wonder if it's on the way to Stonehenge. If it is, you can stop by and see Mike. Is Buckinghamshire on the way to Stonehenge? Because that would be, you could actually stop by and see Mike. And that would be so awesome. Stonehenge. Okay. Okay. Either way, when you're done, go see Mike. Please go see Mike. I want this would be the epic of videos. You teaming up with Mike. That's awesome. You can just take the London train. And Buckinghamshire is Buckinghamshire is on the way. See Stonehenge and go see Mike afterwards. Double win, double win, double whammy. Maybe more. Here's my busy. Here's my busy day, but I'll be up early. And no wait. Well, then you got to see Mike at nighttime. Then got to pay a nighttime visit for him. When you come to the UK, I will pay half. Well, I don't know. I might. Right now, I'm working on moving away from my home state of Maryland to South Carolina. So, well, yeah, he's from Florida, man. He survives in the swamps and the backwoods, and I don't have a monopoly on backwoods. Well, basically, Joseph and I were both backwoods people. You know, we're just from different areas of the country. That's all. No, I'm training and busing it. Cool. Awesome, Joseph. Oh man, I hope I'm gonna talk to Mike. I want to get this set up. I really want to get this set up. Like, I want to basically, and this should be a live stream. Mike and Joseph in the same room. Ah. Yeah, well, I guess you could. No, but I'm not afraid of flying, if that's what you're asking. I've never been on a plane, but I have no fear of flying. The only thing I have a fear of is basically if the TSA gets a little too frisky with me and I like knock the ever living lights out of a TSA agent. You're not giving me a full cavity search, you didn't, you know? I'll basically cost your teeth for that one. Awesome, Joseph. Awesome. But here's the deal, Joseph. Well, I would say this, Iron Man. You should travel to America. Mm-hmm. There are parts of America that are really nice. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I want to see the most epic of team ups. Joseph Bishop meeting Mike and perhaps his brother, his twin brother. That would be really cool. Mike, I know you're watching. You watch these streams all the time. Contact Joseph Bishop. I want to see you. I want to see you meet up with Joseph. It does. It does. Iron Man. Unfortunately, I think a lot of times we have been the biggest holdout in America of European traditions. You know, it seems that the old European tradition, particularly in Europe, has been dying out. And America's been keeping the flame. Us Yanks have been keeping the old ways going. Things that your people used to do in Europe, we still do. Amazing, isn't it? Amen, Iron Man. Don't mock God. Just kidding. But here's the thing, Art. I would say just read the Bible. You got to believe in something higher than yourself. I found that out the hard way. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll have to figure something out, won't we? Iron Man, let Mike know because he's in Buckinghamshire. Remember that town, Buckinghamshire. And of course, your phone service. You can always just why is it shocking, Art? It's the truth. Thanks for the thumbs up, everyone. That being said, why is it madness? I would say that the way that the world is now is madness. You call the Bible, madness, but have you looked around? The lack of, God in your society is more madness than anything you find with God. So I mean, come on now. There's a lot of order, you know, with God. That. Okay, all right. Well, the Bible tells these stories how they are, how they happened. Weird things can happen sometimes. It's human nature. Just bits, okay? Bits. I get it. I like the 7 thumbs up. That's awesome. I want to repeat this. Joseph Bishop is headed to Stonehenge, and for all my British people out there, I mean, you got to show some got to show my buddy Joseph Bishop some British hospitality up over there. Mm. I'm King James only. Wait, are you reading that version of the Bible? Are you the NIV? Oh no, that's the false. You got to read King James, KVJ, KVJ only. Okay. That's a basically a doctored Bible. Only King James only. No NIV. NIV is bad. Well, it's not the right one. What did they ban the King James? It's the King James version of the Bible. KVJ. Amen, DNA. Well, I would say look for a King James Bible. Do not look for an NIV. No, man. And an NIV is or an amplified Bible is false. You got to get the King James version only. King James version only. King James version of this book. Amen. So true, Iron Man. Okay, Art. That's your choice. Well, okay. I'm hoping that all my British friends like show my good buddy Joseph Bishop some British hospitality. He does a lot of really cool stuff on his channel. You won't need a dictionary. Amen. Amen, Iron Man. This is something that saves your soul. Except no substitutes. The NIV, I won't read the NIV. NIV is basically a doctor version of this. I won't read the Schofield Reference Bible. Schofield was a liar. No. King James only. Amen. Amen. I understand it. Even though it's Old English, I understand it, Iron Man. Really? I think the New Testament is one of the greatest testaments. Anyway. Well, it's nice talking to you, everybody. But I got to go. It's been a very good stream. I can see the wrinkles on my face. I am getting old. Yeah, we're all getting old. That's true. That's true. Art. Well, I'm getting tired. I worked a hard day. Been through some crap. Let me sleep up. Creep up into a bed. Good one, Art. Anyway, I'm so tired. So, see you. I had Subway for lunch. Subway for dinner, actually. And Jared Fogle is having a foot long in prison. Thank you. Thank you, Art, and thank you, Iron Man. While Joseph is in the UK, make sure to show him some British hospitality. You know, he's a member of this community, and he's really cool. Bye-bye. Very cool.